Hey, it's Dr. Darren Schmidt at the Nutritional Healing Center of Ann Arbor, and this video is about consuming bitters before you eat a meal. This is a practice that people did worldwide for a long time, and it's fallen out of favor. We don't do it anymore, but we need to start doing it again. And so the point of consuming these bitter herbs is that there are bitter receptor sites throughout our body, and there's also sweet receptor sites throughout our body. And to be honest, it's kind of a competition between the two. So imagine our ancestors a long time ago, they're walking the earth and they're eating bitter plants. And rarely did they have sweet plants. So they might have some like red berries if they came upon them. Or they had maybe honey once a year. I mean, they would get stung by bees if they got honey. So if they got it, it'd be rare. So now in our country now, we're just eating sugar, or even artificial sweeteners like sugar alcohols. And even though there's no calories, no carbohydrate calories in sugar alcohols, you're still turning on all your sweet receptor sites. Okay, so now there are bitter receptor sites throughout our body, and I have these notes, and there are 12 studies that show that there are bitter receptor sites in the thymus gland, which is here for the immune system, in the kidneys, in the skin, in the thyroid, in the arteries, in the heart, in the urinary tract, the bone marrow, immune cells, testes for men, olfactory cells in the nose, and lungs. So there's bitter receptor sites from groin to nose and in the skin everywhere. And so you want those bitter receptor sites turned on, and it makes things work better. And digestively, it's been proven that these bitter herbs can help with gastric secretions like hydrochloric acid in the stomach, also gastrin and pepsin, cholecystokinin, which is another digestive juice, bile from the gallbladder, pancreatic enzymes help digest carbohydrates and fats and proteins, and then gut peptides, meaning gut amino acids, and then the hormonal system of the digestive system. So all these things have been proven to perform better in the presence of the bitter herbs. So I have Digest Forte here. This is a combination of these bitter herbs. It has dandelion root, tangerine peel, milk thistle fruit, ginger rhizome, which is part of the root, gentian root, and then they added chamomile essential oil that's soothing. And the pill looks like this. Now you don't have to taste it. You can just swallow it and it still works. But if you do let it sit in your tongue, within a few minutes you'll taste how bitter it is, then you just swallow it down. So in Australia, where this is from MediHerb, it's a prescription. But it's not in the United States, but it can only be sold through physicians. So I sell it. So if you're a patient of mine, it's something that you have access to. So now currently when you look online and you do studying about constipation, typically the answer that you read about is taking enzymes, taking hydrochloric acid, eating more fiber, fixing the microbiome. That's all true. Okay, but adding bitters is something that we need to start incorporating and making it part of our culture once again. So now I have a personal testimony on this, and I said in one of my earlier videos that I used to live in a house that had a moldy basement. I lived in there for 8 years, and within 5 months of moving in, I had constipation. So that was an ordeal. But I moved out 4 years ago, and I did a whole anti-mold, anti-candida cleanse, and within 2 months I was back to 100%. Now, except for when I travel, then I'm only like 90% better. So I've been relying on probiotics or maybe some enzymes. But a few weeks ago, I was in Australia, and I was learning from MediHerb. That's where I got these notes. They flew me out there, and they gave us lunch and dinner, and they always had Digest Forte there at the table. So I just started taking it, and within a couple days, I was noticeably better as far as digestive system and bowel habits, and I was actually sleeping better, and it was great. And so I'll be on it as long as I have access to it. I'll be taking it on a regular basis. Now when it comes to herbs, there is a rule, and that is if you find an herb that you like and it works for you, it will always work for you every single time you take it until the day you die. and your body doesn't get used to it, and it won't create new side effects. Okay, you just take it, and it'll always work for you. So if you end up taking Digest Forte, you can just stay on it forever, and it'll always be helping you. All right, good. If you like this information, please give me a thumbs up and share and subscribe. All right, thanks.